Hey everyone, my name is Becca and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time with us, I'm so glad that you stopped by. We focus on all things middle grade literature here, specifically the first chapters of your favorite middle grade novels. Today we are going to be reading Lindsay Currie's novel, The Mystery of Locked Rooms. She has a couple other really great novels out. One that I just did a read aloud for, I believe it was called It Found Us. So I'm super excited to share this first chapter with you today. I'm going to start off by reading the front and side cover to give you an idea of what this novel is going to be about. Welcome to the Delta game. Fortune favors the bold. 12-year-old Sarah Greene wants nothing more than to spend 7th grade beating the hardest escape rooms alongside her best friends, West and Hannah. But when a foreclosure notice shows up on Sarah's front door, everything changes. Now her family will have to move away until they can get back on their feet. There is one way to get the money she needs. Play the Delta game. According to local legend, 3 identical brothers dreamt of building the most epic funhouse in existence. They wanted the experience to be more than mirror mazes and optical illusions, so they not only created elaborate little riddles and secret passages, but they also claimed to have a hidden treasure inside the building, a prize for beating their game. The 3 friends decide to take on the challenge, but once inside, they realize the house is unlike any escape room they've attempted. There are challenges, yes, but they feel personal. It seems impossible, but so does everything about the house. As the trio climbs through trapdoors, swings from wall to wall on ropes, and searches for hidden keys, Sarah worries they are in way over their heads. But there's no turning back now, even if they wanted to. All right, and that being said, we are going to dive right on into chapter 1, which is titled Lasers and Lava. Angle it the other way, Wes screeches, holding his mirror in the air. Sweat beads on his forehead, and his eyes are wild with excitement. We're going to beat the clock this time. We have to. Toward the door. Lasers are a pretty common thing in escape rooms. I've heard it's because there's a famous scene in a movie about someone named Indiana Jones where the hero uses a laser beam to light up an important room. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I get it. Lasers are fun. Sometimes in escape rooms you have to avoid crossing them or an alarm goes off. Other times, like now, you have to figure out how to get a specific laser beam to land on an object in the room, like a target. Once you do, the beam usually unlocks a door or a clue. If you have mirrors and you understand angles, it's totally doable, but hard. I tilt my mirror slightly, stopping when the red beam of light begins to travel across the wall. My goal is to reflect it from my mirror to West's, but getting the angle right is tricky. We've already tried twice. Hopefully 3rd time's the charm. When I finally get the light onto West's mirror, I exhale in relief and focus on keeping my hand steady. Okay, you need to tilt yours just a little bit now, West, not too much, like 10 degrees or so. And Hannah, don't move. Hannah's eyes flick toward me, then immediately back to West. She looks like a frightened mannequin, all stiff and uncomfortable, as she struggles to keep her mirror at the exact angle we think it needs to be to reflect the beam. Okay, here we go. Everyone pray, or whatever you do. As he begins tilting his mirror, West's tongue shoots out of his mouth. He always looks like this when he's focusing, like a frog about to catch a fly. The beam glides from West's mirror across the far wall, eventually making its way to Hannah's mirror. It moved onto the glass, then bounces off, reflecting back across the room and onto a small button above the door. A familiar sound echoes through the room, the click-thunk of the door unlocking, and then the high-pitched wail of the buzzer. We did it. Letting out a loud whoop, I lower my arms and wince. My muscles are burning, my hands are shaking, my brain is fried. But still, I'm the happiest I've been in a long time. Lasers and Lava is the second hardest escape room at Escape City, and we just beat the buzzer. Wes collapses on the floor like he just won Wimbledon. I can't believe we did that. Hannah rushes over and throws her long arms around me. Blonde hair flies into my face. Hey, only the 7th team in the entire Lasers and Lava history to beat the clock, am I right? She pulls back and gathers her hair, tying it up in a sloppy bun. Thank goodness. If one more flick and I might lose a cornea. But if anyone was going to do it, it was us. Long live the Deltas. I grin at her use of our nickname. We came up with it last year in 6th grade because Hannah, West, and I are pretty much inseparable. Plus, we all love math and numbers. Like 3 sides of the same triangle, none of us can imagine what life would be like if we weren't together. Without any one of our sides, our triangles would be nothing but a big ol' L. And everyone knows L's are for losers. We get a t-shirt this time, right? West asks, dragging himself off the floor. The last prize was a laptop sticker, but this was seriously hard. It was hard. Thank goodness Hannah has such good balance, because some of the hidden objects we needed to find were in a room where you had to pretend the floor was made of lava. You couldn't just walk across it. You had to use a black light to see a pattern in the tiles of the floor. Then hop through the room on just those tiles. If you fell off the safe tiles and touched a different part of the floor, it added 5 whole seconds to your timer. 5 seconds. Thanks to Hannah's history in ballet, she didn't fall off even once. She snagged all the hidden objects, got across the room in record time, and pushed a button that allowed West and I to run across normally. West had his job cut out for him too. He's always been good at riddles, but the ciphers in Lasers and Lava were super hard. It helps that he has the best memory of anyone I know. The guy can remember the most random stuff. I was our decision maker. Ever since starting to learn about probabilities, I've loved them. If you understood probabilities, you understand risk. And taking too many risks in an escape room is a bad idea. I was the one who figured out we could afford to ask for exactly 1 hint during this game and not add too much time onto our total. Not just a t-shirt, we get our names on. Hannah pauses, then makes a drum roll sound with her mouth. The big board. The big board. Holy cow. We've been on it before, of course, but not for escaping a room this hard. Over 300 groups have attempted this room, and only 6 of them have finished it in less than an hour. But the Deltas did. I do a little fist pump before gathering my phone from the bucket we were asked to put them in when we arrived. Honestly, I don't know why they even take cell phones away. Even if you were dumb enough to pay good money to go to an escape room and cheat, there wouldn't be enough time. Not to look up all the riddles and codes and get the answers anyway. We make our way into the lobby, each of us still vibrating with adrenaline. The t-shirts are blindingly yellow. But I don't care. It's all about the memory for me. The achievement. The feeling I get when we escape a room isn't too different from when I do really well on a math test. I might not be as bold as Hannah or as funny as West, but at least I know my numbers. Unlike other subjects in school, math feels simple to me. There is only one right answer. Same with escape rooms. If you take your time and follow the pattern, you'll get out. I make a mental note to say thank you to Aunt Jeannie for this. She sent me a membership to Escape City as an early birthday gift. Without that, I probably wouldn't have been able to come here today. Smile, guys, Hannah chirps, angling her cell phone out so she can take a selfie with West and me. We look wild, flush-cheeked, mussed hair, and our neon t-shirts. But still, I'm warm inside, happy. If I didn't have to go home, this day would be perfect. That's the end of chapter 1. It sounds like our main character is just really enjoying her life and her time with her friends. And as we know from reading the front inside cover, things are about to change when her house gets a foreclosure notice. So make sure you grab this book to find out what happens. And if you enjoyed this first chapter Friday, please consider liking and subscribing so you can be notified every time we have another video available for you. Until next time, everyone, happy reading.